Hey, what's up? This is Steve Cardenas, a.k.a. Rocky the Red Power Ranger. And Jeff Brazzo, Trent Fernandez-Berthner from Dino Furys, and you are watching Team Venom.
Welcome, guys, to our, our Halloween special episode of the Team Venom Power Ranger podcast. I'm your host for this episode, Dennis Oliver Thorbourn, joined by Rory Bailey.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man. The lovely Calista Valentine. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm a little bit hungover, but I'm okay.
Glad you're with us. Guy Jessop Braithwaite, how you doing, man?
Hey, good evening. Hello. Oh, good, man. How are you?
And Paul Baker, how you doing, man?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good. Looks like we're all getting together to talk about the monsters of Power Rangers this week.
Yes, it's a spooky Halloween.
Everybody's got their favorite, and we all have our ideas of who might have been the greatest one, but hopefully,
we're all probably going to agree on the greatest one, to be fair.
But no, I think this will be a fun talk.
Fair enough.
So, Dennis, lovely t-shirt, man.
Oh, you know what? To be honest with you, and I think you guys, I was hoping nobody was going to mention it, only because I did post.
I know what happened
about this one. I was a little unhappy about one detail. I'm kind of tempted to. I don't want to show a camera,
Go on,
but
stand up.
yeah. No, okay, yeah. All right. It's supposed to say. I don't even know if you can see it, but
yeah, we can.
It's supposed to say Ranger things, but I tried to save money and get a cheap knockoff rather than just buy the real one, and so this one still says Stranger Things.
Where's the SPD jacket there, bro?
Yeah, I was expecting that for this episode too.
Yeah. Go and change.
But you've actually got to mime and everything, do the whole.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I maybe once I get everything like a morpher and all that, I'll do it then.
Okay, fair enough.
For sure, I still want to get the helmet and the whole Blue Ranger thing. So yeah, I'll definitely do it once. I'm still unmorphed.
Now, because you've said it on the show.
Yeah,
that means you have to do it.
Of course. Oh no, absolutely. You guys look forward to it for sure. What about you, Rory? I love the Tiger Sword hoodie that you have on, man. That's awesome.
I want to point out as well that it cost me £2 on eBay.
Wow,
that's it. £2 plus postage. I want an auction at the last minute for £2. It's just brilliant.
It's awesome.
Awesome, man.
It's a bit tight on Dobby, but it's fine. I'm only going to wear it for these. this is my new podcast jacket.
You'll wear it at Comic-Con as well, dude.
It's too tight for Comic-Con, man. It's way too tight for Comic-Con. I was planning on doing a whole intro to the Comic-Con video of being in normal casual clothes and morphing. And just jumping across in front of the camera like a twat with this and the hood up. But alas, it's too tight. I would burn up. I might still just do it anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So as far as the topic for this week, what do you say? Let's get started. Maybe kind of just let's start by going around and just I guess we could all kind of say who our favorite boss is. I imagine throughout the, for such a long series, that there's probably a good handful that we could probably mention. But I mean, I guess if just for the sake of this topic, if you had to pick one, what do you say? We start with you, Rory. Which one would you?
Probably all going to pick the same one, but Lord Zedd, hands down for me. Well, season 2 Lord Zedd, because then they nerfed him a little bit, and then they built him up a bit more, then they nerfed him again, and then he ended up as like some middle-aged white guy tennis player for some reason at the end of the In Space season, isn't he? So, was that complete with like the frigging jumper wrapped around his neck, like you just like seen him walking out of like some public part lavatories with a smile on his face and a skip in his step.
I gotta be honest with you though. I mean, with as far as Lord Zedd, I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that, and it's funny that we, for the Halloween episode, because I will say that he kind of is almost like a little bit of what they did with Freddy Krueger, a little bit, where throughout the series he got a lot more, funnier, and a little bit more of a comic side to him. But I don't know that he ever did lose that kind of that edge that still made him the badass villain that we love. And they didn't even bring him back recently.
When they did that thing of him marrying Rita, and they just like made him like basically domesticated, and he's there going, "Oh, my lovely little sugar plum, I'll do whatever you say." And I was like, "No, that is not my Lord Zedd."
That's true.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here a little bit and
say that was more terrifying.
Well, it could be, but you say, they kind of nerfed him a little bit. There is actually that episode at the back end of season 3 where Tommy goes to get, is it the Zeo Crystal?
Yeah.
And he actually ends up like in a fight with Lord Zedd and pretty much gets his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
No, he was trying to save Kimberly. Kimberly was on that table that spun around.
Yeah.
And he went to try to get Kimberly.
Yeah, and that was it. He ended up fighting Lord Zedd in that cave, didn't he?
That is so 66 Batman.
Yeah. I think although like his personality did shift a little bit and he did become, like Rory said, a bit more comedic, a bit more goofy. I think if he'd had his moment to actually get into a physical fight with the Rangers, probably would have kicked some ass.
Speaking of which, Dino Fury turns up and smashes everybody.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Which I like that he did that, but I hated the voice. I hated how bulky he'd got. He'd like properly put on the pounds for saying that they'd only resurrected him from a certain point in time. And it just...
really, really earlier point in time.
And also, did anyone else notice that dodgy frigging thing about how his helmet was proper rubbery? So he's like fighting and it's just going like that all over the top. See, what is that?
I tell you what got me in that episode, right? It's the bit right at the beginning where they're trying to keep it all mysterious. And he's got that big black cloak.
And they're just a frigging horde.
He's got that one bit right at the front. And he's just like, I wonder who that could be.
Gee, I wonder who that is.
Well, that's the other thing. That was a Halloween episode where they had like the Halloween walk and stuff. And I don't know, I couldn't get into it at all. But I hope that they're leading to something bigger with Lord Zedd. I hope that it's going to be one of those things where they bring him back. I mean, did you all see the news about the leaks for season 2 that came out on Reddit the other week, which have then been squashed by Hasbro and removed because of season 6? Well, is it? Hang on to your sides, bro. You're about to take the ride of your lives. Essentially, what they've said is that Zedd returns for season 2. And that he's building a Neo Serpent Terror.
Ooh.
and that he's going to be amassing an army of his own to both smash the Dino Fury villains, whose names I can't remember, and the Dino Fury Rangers. And it's supposedly going to be leading to some form of cameo, which is what we suspected when we were on about all the revoices, because we thought, they could be getting different actors in, therefore voice actors replacing the Rangers for the suits makes sense. So, could be.
Question.
What's up?
Is Lord Zedd a monster or is he a boss?
Both.
Whoa.
I mean, it wasn't human. His brain was exposed. So was his butt.
Supposedly the emperor of all evil.
Yeah.
But he still took orders from Master Vile.
Mm.
Got bossed around by his father-in-law, for fuck's sake.
That's true.
That was my point. That was season 3.
Everybody.
Whereas season 2, he turns up. I'll circle around to my original thing about Zedd being awesome. Season 2, he turns up, he destroys the Megazord, smashes all the Rangers and everything. They have to get a power upgrade to even hold their own against him.
Yeah.
They never truly defeat him throughout that season. He's just constantly giving them more aggro and everything. And like you were saying, Paul, earlier, when he has the one-on-one, and Callie as well, when he has the one-on-one with Tommy gets whooped. And he's viewed as the greatest of all time, isn't it? So
well, that was kind of the inspiration for my centerpiece in my collection.
where he's dying.
Yeah, he's he's
just
handed to him.
Stoic badass.
Well, I must admit, if I could replace that staff with a guitar, it probably wouldn't change the display one bit. Just get him an acoustic or something,
Yeah, I admit, the Lord Zedd figures are badass. Even the original ones, they're hard as a rock. You can break the window.
Oh,
yeah.
I had one of them.
Yeah, I had the original one too.
Mine's still over there. It just doesn't have the thing on his head, the Z. It's long gone, I think.
Oh, we need an update on the haunted figure.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's Halloween.
Update on the what?
Haunted
Update
figure.
on the haunted figure.
Oh, the haunted figure? It's still standing.
And we show it that it's standing for the benefit of the camera and then check again in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the end of the episode, she might be lying down again.
It only fell
gets
once
over there
in
and
the
it's
last
down.
week.
Yeah.
Between the Andros interview and today, it only fell down once. So she must be in a good mood or something. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Well,
what about you, Callie? What would you say is your favorite? If you had to pick one, I know it's kind of a tough choice, but if you had to pick one.
I'm trying to remember now because there's a lot of them.
There's a
lot of monsters. I'd have to say, kind of keep it in with the theme of Halloween. I wouldn't say it's my absolute all-time favorite because I tend to kind of get things like that and bunch it into top 5. So it's definitely in my top 5, and it's a figure that I'm definitely going to pick up when I can. Pumpkin Wrapper.
Oh, yeah.
Just the upside-down pumpkin for a head, and just the way that it tracked the Rangers with pumpkins on their heads as well, and they became like zombies. It was just like,
yeah,
this is full tilt Halloween special. So I loved that character.
Oh yeah, definitely one
Perhaps
of those.
could have used a little bit of work, but
yeah,
the character in its own was quite good.
I was gonna say the whole concept for that character was classic. I mean, the way a lot of the Power Rangers villains were, it was definitely one of the classic ones.
Exactly.
It's one of the best figures too.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. Look.
Yeah.
He comes with 5 extra pumpkins, so maybe I'll put them on top of the Ranger's head. I want to see if that works.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, you got to do that, man. Swap a head out for a pumpkin. That sounds.
All right,
fun.
give me a couple minutes. I'll be back. I'll let you know.
No worries. Right, well, we'll pause busy with that. Rory, Guy, over to you.
Yeah.
Your favourite.
Let's see if you can guess.
Could it possibly be
3, 2, 1.
I know.
Samurai Fan Man?
Damn it, I was going to say that. Gandhi's flip-flop.
Don't give Hasbro ideas.
Hasbro, you can have that one for free. Yeah, of course. I'm going to say it's my boy Pudgy Pig.
Oh yeah.
He's a spherical pig with a helmet. What's not to love?
Oh, I
Roman
know.
Centurion helmet at that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But so yeah, obviously Pudgy.
Guy, sorry to interrupt. Quick question: do you think that if Pudgy Pig didn't have the helmet, would he be more devastating if he had butted people? Discuss.
Could be. But there was another one I wanted to give an honourable mention to, and I can't remember his name.
Oh,
it was that really weird white mummy type looking monster who could change into like different Zords when he'd been grown big.
I know what you mean.
Oh,
Yes,
Cyclopsis.
Thank you, Cyclopsis. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Who doesn't want a bit hot Zord on Zord action? No, hold on.
That was
Wait a
great.
minute. Yeah, that didn't come out too good. But
Good
yeah,
job. We've done. We've talked about Red Hot Zord on Zord action today on the 31st of October. For tomorrow is No Nut November.
But yeah, I love Cyclopsis as well.
I've just found a picture of it. Yeah, it's basically a guy in a white unitard with hockey pads all over himself and
That's
a big
it.
eyeball. But it does the job.
Yeah. Well, I just like seeing the Zords fight each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There's two. And considering I'm hungover, that's pretty good.
Well, while we wait for Paul to come back, then Dennis, why don't you tell us about yours? Can I hazard a guess who I think one of yours is?
You know
yours. I reckon I think I know who two of yours are. Can I guess?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's
going to be Goldar and the Black Knight.
Oh man. You know what? you took the words right out of my mouth, at least as far as one of them. Yeah, no, I definitely, it was actually going to be my honorable mention, to be honest with you. I guess let me start with that first. Definitely Goldar had to mention, of course, because, again, he's another one that you might have to kind of, is he would he count as a monster or is he just a henchman? But I definitely have to say he's a good combination of both. Lord Zedd, he's like, oh, is he a monster? Is he a boss? But definitely both. So
yeah, he started out monster.
I definitely had to mention Goldar, and then of course another one that I had to make sure that I mentioned was the Piranha Head. You just posted the picture of the figure that was that they show. I really like that one with all the because I remember I didn't have it, but I do remember the original Bandai figure, which was, again, it's like hard as a rock and just very limited in terms of like movement and stuff, but the like all the different like the stuff that comes with the new Hasbro one, definitely consider getting that one for sure.
Yeah, Piranha Head was cool.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason why I had to bring Piranha Head up was, of course, because I know so many people, when they talk about the original series, they talk about how much anxiety the Tommy episodes gave them, the Green with Evil episodes, which was, I mean, I have to agree with that, but I mean, he wasn't like destroying those Zords or anything. Like, I mean, I'll tell you, it was almost like bordering on a little bit traumatic to see like all the dinosaurs on fire and stuff. When I mean, I don't think there are too many other moments that for me kind of hit close to home like that. So I mean, and so that was one of the reasons why I had to say definitely all the other monsters that I probably could have mentioned that with us. Probably the main reason why Piranha Head still sticks with me, because it's the first monster I really associated with something that devastating happening to the Power Rangers. It's like, oh my god.
Fair enough. While I remember, sorry to just go on a very brief tangent. This is for the benefit of Callie and Guy. I went into HMV in Burton today, and they've got Green with Evil as a movie DVD. Special offer, slipcase, $4.99.
Good job I'm going into HMV tomorrow then, isn't it?
That means Guy ain't getting it.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Borrow it.
Why didn't you pick me one up?
I think we should swing back over the poll because look at that.
Or you've got to talk so that our viewers can see that.
Oh, look at that.
See what? I don't know what you're talking about. You mean a yellow ranger with a pumpkin on her head? Yo, it actually sticks.
Awesome.
That's perfect. Oh, that's
I think
so
I might
cool.
actually leave that on there.
See if that improves her mood.
No. It's that one. It's
Oh,
the legacy one, not
which
the
we can
legacy.
see is fine.
Yep, still standing for now. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like that.
That's why I want that figure, just so I can do that at Halloween.
It has enough pumpkins that come with it.
Awesome.
Oh, that's
cool.
awesome.
I might have to leave that like that. Yeah.
So over to Paul then for his favorite monster.
Yeah. If you had to pick one, I mean, I know there's so many you could choose from, but
well, you guys already mentioned Cyclopsis, which I love the Island of Illusion episodes. So I think that was the first two-parter, as far as, aside from Green with Evil. I think that was the first two-parter.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But the one, can't think of the name. It was a Zord for Goldar, where he actually destroyed the Zords too, technically. But in the Japanese series, it was Kai's Zord, where it was a whole thing. I can't think of the name. He had the swords that came out of his forearms. Like, Cyclops is sticking in my head, but it's not Cyclopsis. It's driving me nuts. I can't think of it. Damn it. Total brain
I
fart.
literally just Googled it and it says Cyclopsis is listed as the Goldar Zord. Cyclopsis was a giant evil war Zord piloted by Goldar.
There you go then.
That's the
So what? They had
Ranger
two
Wiki.
Cyclopsis? Or was the one just Cyclops? The one that
this
copied
isn't
the Zords.
This isn't the one that's like a. I think this is like you say, a different Zord. This is a big Gundam looking thing. Let me
that's it.
Bring that up.
Called Cyclops.
There we go.
Well,
is that showing up all right on screen?
Yeah.
Just for the benefit of the viewers, if everyone just
that's the one I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Because obviously, if anyone else speaks, it will flick the screen away. For the benefit of the viewers, that thing.
Yeah, that thing.
I just thought that was like the coolest looking freaking monster.
Oh, heck yeah.
And anything that wasn't Rita's. Lord Zedd, when he made monsters, they weren't putties. They were something that was actually physically on Earth.
Yeah.
Instead of made of clay. So
yeah.
Anything season 2 and up is pretty badass.
Heck yeah. Definitely.
One thing that we should probably mention, because we've all had the thing of all these great monsters and villains and stuff are all from Mighty Morphin that we've been discussing, but there has been some great ones in other series. Namely, my favorite villains outside of Mighty Morphin, the Psycho Rangers. How awesome were they?
Oh yeah.
And Eclipse.
Well, I've got to mention it and also do a throwback because one of the Psycho Rangers, played by Patrick David, the Red Psycho Ranger, returns in Bloodline of the Grid, starring Christopher Kamen Lee, who was episode 12's guest.
Yeah.
Cheap plug.
Can I just point out how much you sounded like James May while doing that plug?
He also sounded a little Mick
Not
Foley
amused.
as well.
That's Foley's Law. That is Foley's Law. If and when an opportunity for a cheap plug should arise, you must take said opportunity for said cheap plug.
Absolutely.
Foley's
I'll remember
Law.
that next time. Then.
That is literally Foley's Law, guy.
On YouTube.
Uh-oh. Houston, we got a problem. I lost the pumpkin.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Trini had escaped the cabinet. I turned around, it's gone.
Every time
She
you look
falls
again,
while
it's
I'm
in-
over here.
it's
I'm
in a
moving
different
out.
place.
That's it.
It actually turns up behind Guy.
Oh man.
Oh,
I wouldn't put it past.
Oh my lordy.
There are loads of smashing in that cabinet behind you. It's just like you turn around, it's just 3D frozen like that.
Or even
Now,
spooky.
I know we're not doing merchandise episodes or anything, but I just picked up the accessory bag from the Lightning collection. Oh, shit, there's a lot of accessories.
Oh my god.
Good God.
Was that just something that someone put together online then or something? Or
Wait, what?
was that something that someone had put together, or is that all your accessories?
That's all mine.
Fair.
I don't put on like the weapon effects or anything like that. They throw off the balance of the Rangers setting them up. So
Fair enough.
His figures are pure.
yes.
Not like me, who tarts them up a bit.
You just got to be a fucking show off, don't you, Cal?
Of course. That's why you all love me, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
so I guess continuing on with the topic, I guess we can maybe all kind of go around and maybe name I guess, because I know we just did that like our monster, but if there was anyone kind of which might differ from what your favorite monster was, but maybe if there was maybe a certain episode that stood out. I mean, I guess maybe for this one, I want to start up by saying the one episode where it was one of the Halloween episodes, and I think it was Tommy who dressed up as the Frankenstein monster, or somebody did, and then Lord Zedd ended up turning that into the that costume into the monster.
Yes.
For the episode, and the Megazord had to fight that one and everything. So that one always stood out to me episode wise, even though it might not have been like necessarily my favorite monster that they had to fight. It was definitely one that I thought that was a cool episode.
Yeah, definitely a standout.
Definitely. What about you, Rory?
It's going to be cliche because I mentioned it on the first episode of this, and I think we touched on it briefly earlier. My favorite in terms of something that scared me as a child watching the show when it was on is hands down Green with Evil, purely because it was a Dark Ranger that turned up, badass Zord, and messed up everybody, smashed through all 5 Rangers without batting an eyelid.
Yeah.
And it was literally like, I remember watching that as a kid and thinking, shit. Or whatever word I would have used instead of shit at that age. At the moment, I can't conceive of there being another word to use. But yeah, it was just the thing of you had someone turn up that could actually just absolutely spank them all, and they all really struggled to defeat him. And in the end, what defeated him was essentially his own frigging sense of good. so they never truly defeated him. And he went on to be the greatest Ranger of all time and all that. But before that, he was an evil dickhead. And it was awesome. And it's one of my favourite arcs in anything ever.
Yeah, definitely. Can completely agree with that one.
Yeah, it definitely still stands out. And even with even the series to follow and stuff, it's still definitely one that I know a lot of people look back to the original series just for that arc. It's definitely one of the more memorable ones.
Yeah.
For sure. What about you, Callie?
JDF's mullet was definitely evil.
Yes. In those first few appearances, that was terrifying.
Definitely. Yeah.
That's how you knew he was a bad guy.
Yeah, he had a bandana and a mullet.
Yeah.
Ronnie, he reminded me of like just a general frigging Foot Clan member. When I was a kid, because I loved turtles and stuff, he genuinely reminded me of a Foot Clan member. And then when they did that TMNT Power Rangers crossover the other year in the comic books, which they're now getting the figures, they just went, Tommy looks like he should be in the Foot Clan. Let's put him in the Foot Clan. It's like, yes!
Yeah.
Knew it. Sorry. Callie, it was your turn, I believe. Dennis had thrown it over to you. We all went on tangents.
I definitely say the one monster that really stuck out to me as a kid. One, because I was like petrified of fucking spiders.
Oh shit, yeah.
Was the Spidertron. That thing was fucking terrifying if you're an arachnophobe like me. It was literally a spider standing up on two legs, knocking the shit out of people and spraying web everywhere. It's like, no, thank you. I don't want to watch this. And my parents, in their infinite wisdom, went, they like Power Rangers. Let's get them some figures for Christmas. First one I open, first thing Christmas fucking morning is Spider-Tron. Thanks. Dude, would you like some trauma to go with your mince pie?
Oh, that's awesome.
That monster scared the shit out of me.
Definitely. How about you, Guy?
That's a good question because nothing actually scared me because seeing as I'm the old fart that I am, I was 16 when I first saw it. So
you'd already seen like Nightmare on Elm Street and Terminator and all that sort of stuff by that point. Oh
hell, I'd watched Straw Dogs with my parents when I was about 8. So Jesus Christ, I didn't sure. You have seen Straw Dogs, Jesus. Thank you very much, Sam Peckinpah. But oh, Kelly's gone again, bless her.
It just reminded me of something from childhood. Walked downstairs to go for a glass of water. My parents are downstairs watching a film. I happened to walk through and face the door in that perfect moment in Silence of the Lambs when Hannibal Lecter sits up and rips the guy's face off. Yeah, I was 5.
One of my earliest memories is doing that with grandparents, and it was Hellraiser.
It's
just like,
he used to scare the shit out of me as a kid, dude.
This was I literally walked through, like, what the fuck is that? And then night terrors all eating him. Their own fault, they shouldn't have been watching it. They had to deal with my night terrors.
Right.
Yeah, Hellraiser was definitely one of those. It was the first time you saw it, it was like, what the hell?
Thing is, that wasn't the only memory I have like this. There was also Puppet Master and Wishmaster. I remember seeing both of those there when I was like a child, just walking downstairs. Like, shit. And then any small noise in the walls was like, that better not be a fucking puppet scurrying up the stairs.
I still have a fear of marionettes because of those things.
It's funny. Kind of sticking with the show. Actually, that one episode with Trini's doll. That was a little bit more in the realm of scary than funny or whatever they were trying to achieve with that. I was always a little more creeped out by that episode.
Tickle Sneezer.
Yeah, Mr. Tickle Sneezer.
Oh, you guys remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, the troll-like thing who captured things in bottles.
Yeah.
Mine was just creepy as shit. That face of it just... Yeah.
No thanks.
Hard swipe left from me.
What about you, Paul? Any episode or moment that kind of stuck with you, as kind of scared you or made you like?
I'm gonna have to go back to that Island of Illusion one. I mean, it didn't really scare me. It's just one of those episodes where you're like, okay, so now they're disappearing because they have self-doubt. Meanwhile, you got this little Rumpelstiltskin Hornswoggle-looking motherfucker over here, fluting his little, horn or whatever the hell he was carrying around, rhyming like some typical white guy. I don't know. It's just like, I kind of wanted one of them to disappear. I don't know why. I'm sitting there like, come on, somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to go. Nope, they didn't go. I think that's the only one that really stands out. Maybe when everybody disappeared on Jason's illusion.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You haven't won it yet, Rita. Like, okay, so your friend just disappeared and you're going to scream that? Come on, dude. Really? Like, hell no. Where are you guys at? Get back here. Don't look for him or anything. No.
Oh, man.
Somebody's got Windows problems.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, someone's got Windows problems. Yeah, it's called 99% of the planet.
Yeah, there you go.
Good.
Okay, so I've got a question.
Go on then.
Okay.
Could the biggest monster of all be actually Finster, seeing as he created the monsters?
I was expecting
that's
to
a
say
good question,
Zordon for
man.
child endangerment.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
man. That was a good one. Yeah, no, seriously though, either one of those actually, that's they're like either one of those could easily be like the dark horse main villain of the series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rito was a badass when he came in, then he turned into the comedy character.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
true. That's true. That was another one that when he showed up out of nowhere, we were like, "Whoa, who's this guy?" And then, yeah, same thing, similar to Lord Zedd. Although I don't know. To be fair, I mean, I still think the main reasons why we loved him to begin with, I think, kind of continued throughout the series.
So here's a question: who did Master Vile doink in order to have a humanoid like Rita and a skull and bone like Rito?
That's a good question. Oh.
When we read some fan fiction, it might answer some questions.
No.
Where's Wikipedia when you need it?
I've got an actual one thing that just really, really randomly popped into my head, but one monster that popped up a couple of times with no real explanation given and disappeared with about as much the same. And it was the big floating head thing in the sky. Lokar, I believe it was called.
Oh, yeah.
And like a beard made out of crystals and would zap lightning out of his eyes. It would literally just show up and go, yeah, and then fuck off again.
That's true.
What was that thing all about?
No idea.
Well, he was Satan in Japan.
Hmm.
And I don't know what the hell they did with the American version.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Disappear at random. And there was no explanation of how Rita knew this thing, where it came from. It was just like, I'm going to summon Lokar. Who now? You know, it just comes out with it, drops it out of nowhere, like, I'm going to summon Lokar. And even Gold was like, oh, yeah, I remember him. He owes me 20 quid.
And usually in a situation like that, like Zordon would kind of give us a little bit of an explanation of who this guy was, or a little bit of history or something. But to be honest, in that particular case, the guy just kind of showed up out of nowhere and then disappeared. It's like, wait, who is that?
Exactly. That's why I mentioned it, because it was just like, you're who now?
I don't know why. This just popped in my head. The last badass moment that Lord Zedd had was when they teleported him to the command center. When they had Kimberly and the ancient Zords.
Yes.
That was his last badass, original Lord Zedd-esque moment.
Because he appeared in the throne in the power chamber as well, didn't he?
Ooh.
If I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was all. I don't know why it just popped in my mind. He's sitting there, a little tacky. I'll have my lovely wife redecorate. That was pretty cool.
Definitely, because then afterwards, he pretty much was a lot more kind of the more comedic Lord Zedd after that.
Still more of a badass than that piece of shit they put on recently.
Yeah.
It's like a made in Taiwan knockoff.
It's really bizarre because, I mean, I guess they sort of captured his skill set by the fact that he smashed everybody, but then he just looked terrible.
It looked like he shrank and ate a bucket of chicken every day.
I'm just looking through a list.
Or he got revived in 1994, and it's just been 25 years of sitting at home with a Blockbuster subscription and a load of Domino's pizzas on a daily basis.
Old Blockbuster. Rory showing his age.
Yeah. I'm just looking through a list of monsters here, and there's a couple that are popping up. I'm like, shit, I forgot about that one. Fighting Flea. The one that made up made the Rangers all itchy, and they were running around itching all the time.
Oh wow, I remember that one.
It was because Japan. So, yeah, that's literally all the explanation for that. Was just why are we doing this episode? Japan. All right, fair enough.
What we got?
One here that's very badly named Goofish.
Oh wow.
That's
I
the
think I
one
do
that
remember they all
was
had some
going
very funny names.
Is he the one that was like obsessed with the Goonie
I
bird
remember
eggs?
Shell.
Goofish might have been. No, that was Chunky Chicken, the one that was obsessed with the eggs.
Oh.
That was Chunky Chicken.
What? No. The monster I'm talking about with the Goonie bird eggs he was dark. He had weird eyes. He was like blue. He had blue slime coming out of his hands.
Double checking. Let me look at the picture.
Definitely wasn't Chunky Chicken.
It was Goofish. Goofish was a toxic fish monster who served as the main antagonist of the episode Something Fishy.
Wow, that's real creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something fishy. Sounds like one of my exes.
Man, you beat me on that one. I was just thinking that. Wow. I'm getting slow in my old age.
Yep.
Spitflower. I don't remember that one.
I remember Spitflower. Nothing to write home about.
There was one set of villains that I used to
remember.
enjoy that weren't actually that we yoinked from the Die Ranger series instead of the Zoe Ranger series, and that was the ones where it was these three weird ass looking things where one of them looked like it was a closed fist with a face in the middle, and they had like these red leotard type things on. All three of them grew and took on the Zords and stuff.
Yes.
But it was
Is that the one where the White Ranger came back, the Sentinel, Scarlet Sentinel?
Yeah. Because that's most of the footage from that was Die Ranger, hence why White Ranger's the main Ranger facing them and stuff, and then you only really get the Rangers taking them on properly when they're all up in the big ass swords and stuff, because the Thunder Zords were Die Ranger and not Zoe Ranger. Japan.
Okay.
Seriously, when it comes to Mighty Morphin, you can literally just go Japan. That explains.
But they were great villains. I loved them.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They were featured in the Genesis version of the movie game as well. So you get to a certain level, and you have to take on all three of them, and it was awesome. Whilst playing as either like the Thunder Megazord or White Tiger battle mode version. It's great.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a good game.
So.
I remember there was another one that was one of my favorites was the I don't know if you guys remember Guy. Remember Guy? Like it was literally
Guy.
Just covered with eyes.
Literally Guy made out of eyes.
That was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a figure of them. I can't wait for it.
All right.
Yes,
Cool.
same here.
I'm loving how these new monster figures are actually bigger than the Lightning Collection Rangers, so it makes sense. Instead of being the same size.
Well, Hasbro
except they're all bigger than Lord Zedd.
Yeah, Hasbro have actually now said that they are actually doing two distinct lines with the Lightning Collection. It's going to be the Lightning Collection figures like the Rangers and stuff like that. And then you're going to get deluxe offerings where it's it's basically like a sub-line to the monsters where you get the Blue in Space Ranger that comes with the surfboard thing.
Yeah, hoverboard.
That's the first one. That's the first one, and that's what they're going to do going forward for monsters. You're going to get more accessories, bigger and better things with different characters. So,
and a bigger price tag, I imagine.
Quite possibly.
Worth it though.
That's reminded me of you saying about Guy. Some of my other favourite villains, one of which being King Sphinx that we've not really talked about.
Oh yeah.
And then not in terms of like the horror factor, because he wasn't that scary, but he was a total badass.
Oh
in terms of
yeah.
appearance. And I remember thinking he was awesome. In terms of horror things, side of things, because Halloween and all that lot, Snizzard was one of my favourites as well. And and fun fact, he was voiced by Bryan Cranston, Walter White.
Okay.
Yes.
Because he did a load of the voiceovers for the villains in the old series, and that was one of them. And then ended up becoming Zordon for the 2017 movie. So
yeah, how about that?
yeah, good on him.
Didn't he appear on a talk show in a Power Rangers costume for that reveal?
Yeah.
I thought he did.
Because the Zordon in that movie reboot was the thing of he was the original Red Ranger, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's why they did it in that one. So
I wouldn't admit to being in that movie though, but
no, I thought there was good things about that movie, but a lot of it sort of got outweighed by the bad things about that movie.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? Since it's Halloween, that was a scary experience.
Watching that film, yeah. It was like the first time you put it into the player, the first time you press play, you sat there like, I don't know what's going to happen. And by the end of it, you walked back going, well, this was crap.
Although, to be fair, there was like some like proper dark moments in there, like just randomly thrown in there. I took my son to see it at the cinema on the day it came out, so he would have been 5.
Oh.
Took my 5-year-old son to it because he saw it was advertised. I was picking him up from school, and we literally went straight into the cinema. We ended up like normally I'd take him for something to eat and then head back to mine and stuff. Instead, it was a case of right, we're legging it to the cinema because that shit's on in the exact amount of time it takes us to walk there. So your dinner today is hot dog, hot dog and popcorn. And he's like, great, because obviously that's an awesome thing. So we went and saw that, and I was sat there quite enjoying like bits of it. And then my biggest gripe with it was the suits and how long it took them to get them, but also in terms of the random horror sort of elements of it. He was proper freaked out by Rita when Rita got introduced, because first she was like that skeletal frigging wretch.
Oh, yeah.
And then went around ripping people's teeth out and stuff like that. And like really like grim things to throw in like a kid's film.
Oh, yeah definitely.
But right, Rita's going next level evil on this. But it's okay because we're going to show her enjoying a Krispy Kreme donut later on in the film, therefore humanizing her.
I will say, the most horrifying thing in that entire film
was product placement.
Apart from that, was the film's depiction of Goldar.
I thought you were going to say of Kimberly, where they just basically made her general persona a terrible one. Like she was in detention for like sharing explicit pictures of her classmates.
Yeah,
and was like,
she's a cunt.
And they never actually gave her any form of redemption for that either. She was just like, oh no, she's having such a terrible time because everyone's picking at her. Why are they picking her? She showed everyone pictures of a classmate's asshole.
It's just
like, well, yeah.
They made such a big deal about her cutting her hair.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's like you cut your hair. Oh, we like you now.
There were certain things I liked about that. I mean, I like what they did with Trini and such in terms of the general persona for her. I like what they did with Zach, where he was just, there was bits I liked. I liked Jason in there as well, but that actor, Dance, whatever his name is, I can't remember his surname, but I know that his first name is Dance. Because every time I see his name on something, my brain just starts doing Men at Work safety dance. But
well, at least they didn't make the Black Ranger black and the Yellow Ranger Asian.
Yeah,
so at least they got that right.
The sad thing about that is that wasn't originally intentional, because the Yellow Ranger was someone else. It was just like a normal white girl in the pilot, and then she got recast because the one in the pilot didn't want to carry on, and then they got Floyd Trangan. So it was like.
It's an unfortunate.
I thought she was Latino. I didn't think she was white.
I don't know.
We'll Google it.
I will Google it just in case. I didn't pay much attention to who she was, but
yeah.
Well, the pilot was so bad; it was like a fucking train wreck. You couldn't look away.
Billy was an emo 20 years before they existed. So with like his big fringe over and everything, for fuck's sake, Billy. But
they fixed that by giving him a dorky haircut and glasses and dungarees.
To be fair,
it is an upgrade.
Using baseball jargon and bowling. Strike one, strike two, strike three. You're out. What? Oh.
Just seeing if I can find the name of. Oh, Audrey Dubois is the name.
Aubrey Dubois, yeah.
Excuse me.
But
Oh,
y'all are gonna hate me, but I gotta pop off. I got 2 young kids, and we got
That's fine.
in 45 minutes.
Oh, there. No,
That's fine. We
you
may as well wrap the episode up. We've been going for about an hour.
Yeah.
What about
Definitely,
long
no.
we're going long.
So Dennis, take us home, buddy.
Okay, sure. Oh man, just I thought it would be especially for Halloween, just kind of have a little discussion on our favorite monsters and all the I mean, that's one thing that about Power Rangers is we got our favorite Rangers and we got our favorite Zords and all that, but that's one definitely one element that's always I mean, from episode to episode it was always
not to mention all the horror movie stuff we put in there. So all you movie companies, you should be throwing us some sponsorship or some free swag or something, because we're giving y'all some good plugs here.
We should. And speaking of sponsorships and such, we've reached out to a few toy shops and toy companies, and annoyingly, I should probably be saying the name of them, but I've forgotten the name of them. But I know, Paul, you reached out to, what was the name of the place?
Big Zero?
That was it. Yeah, you reached out to them, and they were wonderful enough to agree to send you a set, which you're going to be reviewing for the show, which is going to be awesome. So,
I gotta do a whole unboxing, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
No,
look forward to it, man.
That's amazing.
Looking forward to it.
So yeah,
if they will send me some stuff, that'd be great.
And also me.
Send us. I tell you what.
Just send us all the.
Just send us all the Rangers of the colours that we actually use in the show. So as long as I'll be happy.
No, all the Rangers.
Well, I wasn't going to be greedy, but yeah, okay.
You just unbox the one that you want to do. We'll take it just to do one.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Here's what I'll do. We'll get everybody's face 3D scanned and everything. We'll get them printed up, and then I'll pop them on the figures.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh,
shit, no one wants to see a 44-year-old Ranger.
They got those things that can knock 20 years off. You old fart.
That's true. I am an old fart.
Hey, I'm 40.
I'll own it, baby.
Does that mean we've gone from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to Mighty Mobility Scooter Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take a rascal any day of the week. You kidding me? There's another plug. Rascal, hook us up.
Yeah. They're doing the they're adding the Dino cycles back in season 2 of Dino Fury, aren't they? Which are essentially the thing that made me want to get a rascal to begin with. You see them done up like Harley Davidsons and stuff like that. So why can't we get one done up like a Dino cycle?
Oh yeah, you know what? I like the idea of that.
All right, Dennis. Sorry for cutting you off.
Not at all. No, I'm just glad that we're able to kind of go around and share a little bit of our favorite monsters, and I think we had a good talk. Rory, what we got anything to get ready for next episode? Anything?
No. Nothing prepared.
You should know by now, Dennis. We just wing it on these episodes. We say, right, tonight's topic is
right.
We announced this one on the last one, to be fair. But actually, no, we didn't. On episode 11, we said, all right, next week we got to come back with for episode 12 is going to be a Halloween episode, and then we got the Andros interview in between. So
That's true.
So I'm not going to announce anything solidly because plans change if we manage to get a guest, and hopefully we'll get some more shortly because I can't really name any names until they confirm. But as mentioned on a previous episode, when I said, we've definitely been talking to Chris Kamen Lee. He has enjoyed what he's listened and what he's seen so far, and he's up for joining us. And he joined us, and it was our longest episode ever, and the only one that we had all 6 of us on. So
that's awesome.
That was a
it
good
is,
one.
but not as awesome as your helmet, Paul. And by the
I had
way,
to cover this up somehow.
I was talking about your White Ranger cosplay mask.
I was about to say, do you want to rephrase that question?
Yeah, for the benefit of those being sponsored by.
We're trying to get sponsored by Hasbro, not Durex. Hey, there we go. Showing it off now on camera.
Yeah, we'll leave the dick pill sponsorship to Conrad Thompson, I think.
Fair enough.
All right.
One thing I'd like to add before we go, thank you to absolutely everybody that has subscribed to the channel so far. We've reached the 1,000 mark. We're on 1,105 subscribers as of this episode, which is amazing. So thank you very much to everyone that's done that. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and check out all of our episodes from start to finish, the whole shebang, because we now need to get the viewing hours up. So, go on.
Click the link here.
Check out my channel too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that as well.
Oh.
That's harsh, dude.
No, in all seriousness,
That's harsh.
If you're a fan of Transformers, then please check out Calico Productions channel, as they do a wonderful Transformers podcast hosted by our very own Callie and Guy. And the first episode is pretty damn cool. So, I did the cheap plug. There you go. You're welcome. But yeah, thank you everyone that subscribes. Thank you to everyone that's liked the videos. Some of our videos have got over 200 likes, which is amazing. Thank you to everyone on the Facebook groups that has been interacting with us. I know the Andros interview had over 50 reactions on one of the groups that we're on, and like 2 on one of the other groups because of like group membership levels. But yeah, just thank you to everyone that's interacting with us on social media. It's awesome. Yeah. And
tell your friends.
Pardon?
Tell your friends. If you subscribe to the channel, tell your friends.
Indeed. And also, I announced a winner for one of the giveaway comic books on one of our earlier episodes.
When you sending ours?
Yeah.
I should be with you by like the end of next week.
Nice.
So yeah, shirts and everything. So yeah, but anyway, one of the other winners of the comic books is a subscriber and viewer called Tony Shilton. So congratulations, Tony. You have won an issue of the comics. So well done, you.
Yay.
I know I originally said I was going to give 5 away when we hit 850 subscribers, which was only like the other week that I put that out there. And we're on like 1,100. I've given like 1 away. Because the thing was, we need to show... Well, they were supposed to show that that you've liked the Facebook page and that you've subscribed to the channel, and 2 people have done it so far, and so they've automatically won because we've gone past the thing of like giving that. So, if anyone's watching this, send me proof that you've liked the page and subscribed to the channel. You get it. The next 3 people to do it are automatically going to win.
There you go.
know what I mean? Freebies. So anyway, yeah. Thanks everyone. We'll see you all next time.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.